agility or digital skills, and using digital in so many different spaces. So asking how can women be comfortable with digital in pursuit of many different careers, because digital now is everywhere. So I think shifting that mentality is important to make it a little bit more accessible and easier to kind of ease off the pressure of this conversation. And the second, of course, is finding the right programs. And of course, in Latvia, there is one-stop shop with Riga Tech Girls. So I do invite as many of you to kind of share all the information about Riga Tech Girls programs that have been so amazing and had impact on so many women that we can see, which is truly phenomenal. And the work you're doing now outside of Latvia is just a testament to how great your projects are. So of course, find if there's no Riga Tech Girls where you live or you live abroad, there are other amazing programs like Women Go Tech in Lithuania, Chiquitas in Czech Republic, just to quote a couple of that are supported by Google.org with the similar mission. Or there is Codex in South Africa as well, empowering women, finding the right courses. And as Google, we launched the Google Career Certificates, which go a slightly level deeper, and they're online flexible courses in things like IT support, data analyst, and cybersecurity. Maybe I'll talk about it a little later, and they're fully flexible. And actually in Latvia, we've Google partnered with the State Employment Agency, and there 500 scholarships there were given in this year alone, and this is working really well. So that's another opportunity if you're in pursuit of more in-depth careers and actually projecting yourself in technology. This is a great way to start as well.
So you touch upon some of the career certificates, but if we look at what kind of skills would you say should these women strive for, developing themselves? So what should be the focus there?
I really loved the two stories of women that Lisa from Solar Ride shared earlier, and that resonates with what I will say is, firstly, it's this attitude to learning. I think we have to understand that what we don't know is exciting. It's not a setback. We have to get really excited about this as an opportunity to learn and grow. And I think culturally, of course we're all different, but especially in Central and Eastern Europe, we have this culture of sort of perfectionism. We have to know everything. We have to forget that. No one knows anything. Especially with the pace of digital world. Let's take AI. A year ago, it was a pretty niche thing. And it's everywhere now. It's the buzzword of today, but no one really understands the technology. So it's just a very recent example that most of us, even who work in tech, have to upskill very quickly and ask the right questions. So this learning and growth mindset is super important. And failure. I think a lot of us come out of the education system that creates this very wrong perception of what failure is. And we have to switch that mentality to firstly realize that failure doesn't exist. It's just an opportunity to learn and grow. And once you enter tech space, you will learn that very quickly. So I think that's very important to shift that mentality to kind of also release this stress and the anxiety of not knowing. And secondly, and the last 2 points is soft skills. As both Lisa and Jana were mentioning, it's super important to be able to work with people from different backgrounds: engineers, product owners, marketeers, public affairs teams. Everyone has very different language, different specialities, different way of working. And you have to have the ability to work together, to interact, to listen, to have this sort of emotional agility to understand the project and look at it from the perspectives of all these different teams who come together around these projects. So the real world soft skills are super important, and self-confidence. Many women, and myself included, struggle often with imposter syndrome, and there are great courses also developed by Google, such as I Am Remarkable, available in many languages that help women overcome this and sort of get support as well from the community, because it's a huge roadblocker. But what I want to say is that it's not all on women. No matter how much women upskill and make themselves better and change the mindset, etc. It's also on the system. I think it's important that the learning providers make the courses available for women who are mothers, that these courses are flexible, that the right wraparound supports are offered to women so they can learn flexibly. And of course, it's also on the employers to recruit women, to offer opportunities, and also to offer the right flexibilities to women that are required, especially for mothers of young children, etc. So it's on the system and on the policymakers as well to make it part of roadmaps for their country. So I think it takes a village to make that work. I really want to underscore that it's important to upskill, but we have to work collectively as an ecosystem to make it better for women. It's not just on women to better themselves all the time. And we fund different projects. We funded a working tech program which is run by a nonprofit called INCO, who support the distribution of these career certificates. And they were amongst the almost 30,000 learners, there were over 70% were women. And there are so many learnings that we have acquired around what makes this work, these programs work for women, and networking, peer-to-peer support come sort of top of that list, and we are sharing these learnings far and wide with the funder and nonprofit ecosystem. So more programs are tailored for women.
Thank you. How would you say? What are the most exciting things happening in the tech world at the moment? What should we be, all looking out for?
I was thinking a lot about this question, and I would say strategically, I think cybersecurity is a super interesting space. One data point is that by 2025, there will be 3.5 million unfilled cybersecurity vacancies. That's a huge opportunity, and currently there are only 20% of the labor force within cybersecurity are women. So there's
there's a lot of opportunity there, right?
Exactly. And we made the cybersecurity course available as part of the online courses on career certificates, but there are a ton of other opportunities to learn cybersecurity there. And I think you are also, as Riga Tech Girls, exploring that space as well.
Yeah, we've had actually cybersecurity as part of our mentorship program for several years now, and one of the Riga Tech Girls co-creators, Elina, she's a founder of Women for Cyber Latvia chapter, so definitely we're going into that direction, and there's a lot of excitement, and actually Latvia is pretty advanced in cybersecurity, so there are a lot of opportunities. We see that there's going to be a need, so for those of you figuring out where to go, so cybersecurity is very exciting and coming up. All right.
Yeah, and I would say obviously the second area of excitement is artificial intelligence, AI. It's we are talking as a sector about it more this year, but if you think about it, intelligent machines have been around us for a very long time. We all use maps, we all use search, etc., and this technology has been inbuilt there. And we funded a report with Public First, which showed that artificial intelligence will help the goals that European Commission outlined in the Path for Digital Future report to make those promises happen in the future, and of course will increase the European competitiveness as well. So there is also a huge opportunity there for women to get behind and get in that space. And what's important is that the recent progress has made a lot of these tools more available. Before it acquired more in-depth knowledge of sort of engineering skills and coding, etc. And right now there are more off-the-shelf solution available. Of course, we're very excited that Bard is also available in Latvian. Yay! So it was all there's all these great opportunities there. So I think definitely space, although it might be confusing at times, but we all have to kind of learn and upskill, especially as women in this space.
Yeah, I guess that goes out for everyone. So learning about how we can use the AI tools, and they're going nowhere. They're going to stay, and we just need to make best use of them. I think that maybe also the audience here and I would like to hear a little bit about your personal experience. So maybe you can share something from your personal experience, a challenge that you